welcome, and I first want to start by thanking Lee Miles and the illegitimate sons. Lee Miles and the illegitimate sons. I love that name. I don't think my mother would think much of it, but weren't they really here to get us in the mood for the rally? I think so. Let me continue that spirit by asking you a question. Do you believe that we can restore passenger rail service to the city of Fort Wayne, Indiana? If I may just coin a phrase you may have heard a few times over the last few months, yes, we can. And yes, we will. Well, I want to thank you. I want to welcome you all here. I'm Geoff Paddock. I am a board member of a group called the Northeast Indiana Passenger Rail Association, otherwise known as NIPRA. And we were formed for one purpose, and that was to help bring passenger rail service back to Fort Wayne and to keep the dream alive of connecting Fort Wayne eventually with a high-speed train to Chicago to the west and Ohio to the east. And folks, I want to say we are a volunteer organization. We're all volunteers. I'm going to introduce them in just a moment. We have no paid staff. We have no executive director. We're all kind of putting our efforts in together. And so, with that in mind, our goal is purely a voluntary one, and we need your help in order to make this service work. I'd like to introduce those members who are here. One of them is going to be speaking to you in just a moment. I'll ask you to hold your applause until the end, and then I'm going to ask you to give them a hand. And since we've got a big crowd and everybody's that's kind of scattered out, I'm going to see if I can wing this, all right? Of course, we have Tom Hayhurst, who's going to speak with you in just a moment. We also have, he is the president of our organization. We have Dr. Harry Wright, who is here, and Dr. Phil Wright, different Wrights, different spellings, but pronounced right, both members of our organization. We have Fred Lanahan, who is also a board member of CityLink with us. We have Walter Saspenhausen, who is also our railroad historian. Rich Davis and Justin Stalter representing the Downtown Improvement District. I want to say a word about them in just a moment. And last but not least, Victor Martin. Now, Vic Martin is the Martin behind Martin Riley that you may see plastered on one of the walls here. He is here. He is also an architect. He helped renovate this beautiful, he did this beautiful job to help renovate this station to make it ready to go back to work again. He's also a board member. Victor Martin. A few more thank yous. I mentioned Rich Davis, who's going to be speaking, making an introduction, I believe, later, and Justin Stalter with the Downtown Improvement District, Nick Arnett, and some others who've helped organize this, help us get the word out. And obviously, I think we've succeeded tonight, don't you? And also with the Downtown Improvement District, they've been very helpful to us. Also, Sherry Becker and the Invent Tomorrow board. Now, I don't know if Sherry or any of her board members are here. If you are, could you raise your hand? But nonetheless, we want to thank you. They've helped us do quite a bit of organizing of not only our organization, but of this event. So please give a round of thanks to the Downtown Improvement District and Invent Tomorrow. And I also want to thank our local media. We have a really great local local media organization, television, radio, print, electronic. We appreciate everything all of them have done to get this word out. They've done a tremendous job for us, and we want to thank our local media, particularly those who are here covering this event this evening. Now, we are at a capacity crowd. We had some volunteers up front that were trying to catch some of you that came in. If you have not signed in and can do so, we certainly would appreciate it. We need your contact information. We'd like to stay in touch with you. We think this is just the beginning and not the end. We need your information. We also want you to know, emails are great if you can do that. We also want you to know that we have a brochure. It's just off the press that I think is beautiful and tells what we're trying to accomplish here. And we can also accept donations for any of you who would like to write us out a little bit of check. Again, we're all volunteers. All of this is being done with volunteer organization and volunteer contributions. Well, let me just say that Tom Havers is going to be up here in just a moment to introduce our speakers. And also to say a few words to you himself. We have Mayor Tom Henry here, Mayor Dave Berger from Lima, Ohio. We have Derek James from Amtrak, and I think Rick Harnish is here, or at least on his way. Rick is here from the Midwest Rail Initiative. And I think they are going to be able to help us accomplish our goal tonight, and that is to tell you how we can work together to get this job done. And we have some legislators here that I'm very grateful to see that Tom Hayhurst is going to acknowledge. But it's important that we work with legislators, the governor, the Department of Transportation, to apply for this stimulus funding so that we can get this money back into the state of Indiana, that we come up with a rail plan that connects more cities in Indiana together, and that rail plan must include Fort Wayne. So that's one of the things we hope to accomplish with this rally this evening. I want to thank all of you for coming out. This is just beyond my expectations. And to move this rally along, to move this plan along in our program this afternoon, I'd like to introduce to you a man that you all know.